This is a general reading for Virgo for December 8th through the 14th. So Virgo is your sun or moon rising or Venus. This is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Again, for December, I am offering a 30-minute complimentary reading, selecting from one person who either subscribes in the month of December or puts a comment in the month of December. I know that I do read all of your comments, and thank you so much for the support of the channel. It costs nothing to be a subscriber. All you have to do is subscribe. The advantage is that you're in that entry for the 30-minute reading, and if you hit the notification, you'll be notified when the videos come out. Now, if you think you're a subscriber, look below on the video, and does it say subscriber? Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. I don't know why. So all you have to do is resubscribe. So it costs nothing to be a subscriber, but it helps the channel. Also, please put in comments, or if you like the video, put the thumbs up, because all those things help the logarithms for the channel. Now, the other thing is that I do offer, if you want your own personal reading, and that information's down below, it's $30 for 30 minutes, $50 for an hour. That's either live, and I use WhatsApp, or a video. And have you thought about maybe you would like to have your reading for what's going to happen in 2025? Or do you have that hard to shop for a person and wondering what gift to give them? Maybe they would like to have their own reading, which would be a unique gift for them. So if you want a reading, just send me an email and that starts the process. Now I have my crew here today. Nina's on the table, and she was getting cold before, so now I found I had a nice little scarf that I wrapped her in, so she's on the table all wrapped up, and she'll probably be going to sleep soon. Jason's in the bedroom, and he got in trouble because he was going back and forth from the hallway to the bedroom, and I told him no, because it hits the, the light, so the camera sways, and so he's in the doghouse. He's in the bedroom. I don't know why he was doing that. Milo is in the sitting room, and Hope is in and out. The kittens, I don't know where they go in the afternoons, but they come into the house at night and go into the pantry when it's warm, because that cold wind, we now have that cold wind here in Portugal. Now the one message that Spirit has wanting me to share is, the holiday season's coming up, and people you're going to be on the road, maybe traveling to see family and friends. And also there's inclement weather that's coming up. Please be very careful, and also be prepared if you're going to have any weather emergencies, such as snow, or they had that earthquake in California. So have some canned food available in case you can't get to the store. Be sure to have a can opener that isn't run by electricity. Have your pet food, some extra pet food in case you can't get to the store. Be prepared and be safe. Now, Spirit has also said that as you go and meet family and friends during the holidays, the holidays as we celebrate them, people are expressing their faith with different religions, ways of expressing their faith. The foundation of all of those, if you look at it, it could be that they call God a different name, or their prophet a different name. However, the basis of all of that is love. Each one of them, the basis is love. So as you're going and meeting with family and friends, if there's anything that there's a bridge that's keeping, that is creating a space between you and your loved ones, come from a place of love and acceptance. Don't expect to change them. It's just to make the bridge and to start healing any wounds that are there. This is an expression of the holiday season, an expression of December, regardless of your religious practices. that it's the basis is love, and express that during this time. Forgive them, forgive yourself. And that's the message that Spirit wants to give folks during this time. Now, I have shuffled the cards, and let's see what we have coming up in this week of December for you, Virgo. And the very first card we have is the Hangman. You're sort of feeling like you're waiting for some message or some action or something. You're just sort of hanging around, waiting for something. I don't know if you're waiting for some date to be, or else to be hired, or some information at work, but you're just sort of in limbo, and you're looking at your choices. And it could be also that you don't have all the information to make informed decisions. At the basis of it is your happy home, the Four of Rods. Behind you is the Emperor. On your mind is the Queen of Cups. Can be home, can be a person, it can be relationships. Coming right up ahead is the Queen of Rods. Then we have the Lovers, and I gotta get a card here to put over the card. The Lovers, this is surrounding the situation. Now this could be related to relationships, it could be related to home, it could be related to a decision. Then we have the Nine of Swords, some sort of situation where you feel, the situation is in the past. However, there's still some things to address because of that, and also feelings attached to it. Then we have the Seven of Swords, which actually does go with the Nine of Swords because there's that situation. And the final outcome is the Five of Swords. It's still not over. Whatever that situation is, the Five of Swords is there with the Star, the Destiny. Another card that I have to put a card over. So what's ever going on, the final outcome is that it's in the stars. It's fated. It's what is occurring is exactly what is on the path. Something that, part of your lesson maybe that you said that these are the things I'm going to address. We'll look at it more, but it does have that Five of Swords. Then with the Seven of Swords with the Page of Cups. A lot of this I would say is related to home. The Nine of Swords, the High Priestess. The Lovers, the world. It's the end of a cycle. The Queen of Rods with the Ace of Rods, new beginnings and opportunities. Queen of Rods could represent an organization, a boss, or someone that's mentoring and helping you. Queen of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles. The Emperor behind you with the Death card. It's not someone dying. It's a transition, end of a chapter, beginning of another chapter. Five of Pentacles related with the home, the Four of Rods. Then we have the Ten of Rods, or the Ten of Wands, crossed over by the King of Swords. Now, I would say a lot, for some of you, this is going to be related to money, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Wands. For others, it's going to be related to home, relationships, because you have the Cups. And you have the Nine of Swords. You do have lots of swords. And the Page of Cups is the final outcome with the Page of Cups with the Seven of Swords. So it's either a breakup of a relationship, or moving from it could be moving from a home, it could be a breakup of a relationship, or breakup of a domestic situation where you're actually living with this person and having to look at assets and financial matters. Because your reading is about being in limbo and looking at your choices. So it could be that the situation that occurred was so new that you haven't processed it enough to look at moving forward at the options. The Seven of Cups is looking at your options, looking at your choices. It is, however, that you don't know what all your choices are. You don't know what's under those cups, because some of them you don't have the information. You don't have it all. You might have little bits of it, but you don't have a clear vision or information of what these represent, only partial. So it's making, and you're in limbo, you're waiting. It could be waiting for opportunities to open up. It could be for information to come to you. You're just sort of not doing anything, but taking your time to decide the path that you're going to do next, the next steps. So you're just sort of in limbo, waiting for information, gathering information to make decisions, because we have your heavy burdens related to the King of Swords. King of Swords can represent an organization, can represent a boss, it could be represent a legal situation, it could be government. The King of Swords is generally someone who knows exactly where he stands. He's very clear on his communication if this represents a person. It could be an organization. It could be a relationship. As a result of that, then you have heavy burdens. It could be work, and that you had a lot of responsibilities, more than you could actually handle. Or it could be a domestic situation, and as it is vacated, is what they say, the word vacated, ending, that there's a lot of there's a lot of the Ten of Wands. It is, if you were in a domestic situation, for example, and you had to move forward, then there's the whole logistics of the financial, where are you going to live, the division of it doesn't even get to the legal part, the division of the everyday personal property, personal possessions, financial understanding, and even just the physical of moving, and taking care of all that, plus your daily activities that you had, work, family balance. So the other deck, the Ten of Wands, has a road with it's a lit road. It's clear the direction to go, and that it's just about to end. This is the same situation. Know that you do have these responsibilities, the Ten of Wands, but it's not going to be forever. It is a situational thing that you do have a lot of responsibilities at this time, but it is not going to be ongoing. It's short term, related to the King of Swords. Now, if the King of Swords was reversed, that could be a relationship where that person was domineering, stubborn, argumentative. So there's something going on where you have some decisions to make, you don't have all the information, and you have some heavy burdens right now related to, could be work or could be relationship. Because at the base of it is your happy home and some financial concerns. Now, the Five of Pentacles can be some restrictions on money. It could have been work, for example, where maybe you're not going to get your bonus, or there's a cut back of hours, or a cut back of maybe they're not going to give the raises. Or it could be some financial concerns related to home. Could be, for example, expenses. It could be moving to a new home. It is some financial, and the Four of Wands is usually, it can represent home. So there's some financial concerns which are at the base of all of this. So not only is it a breakdown, possibly for some, of a relationship, but also the financial concerns related to that, and adjusting to the financial responsibilities, the additional responsibilities, and related to the home, related to the expenses that are no longer shared, and it can be adjustments to that. Now, it could also be related to, again, work and some delays of money that is owed. because behind is the Emperor and the Death card. Now the Emperor can represent a person, it can represent government, it can represent an individual who makes decisions. But the Death card represents the end of a cycle and the beginning of something new. Endings and new. Endings and renewal. And that's behind you. For someone, it can also be an inheritance, because the Emperor represents someone who's making some decisions that's involved with the government, it can be a judge or some sort of like administrative judge, referee, that sort of thing. Could be related to finances and related to the Death card. Could be inheritance. It also could be if you've been waiting for some sort of financial judgment or some action related to a government entity, that chapter's just about over and yet you can move forward. So it could be the ending of that chapter, because what's on your mind is the Queen of Cups, which is related to home, and actually good prosperity. So you're feeling good about the direction you're moving. You're positive because there's the Nine of Pentacles, which means that there is going to be prosperity coming to you. So it's moving forward in prosperity, because what's ahead is the Queen of Rods, who can be a mentor or an organization, and there's the Ace of Rods, new beginnings. You could be moving, you could have a new project, you could be hired with a new organization, or they could be offering you a job, or you could be having some sort of self-employment. But there's your Ace of Rods, moving forward, new opportunities. Because then you have your Lovers, which could be a relationship. The World is the end of this cycle. So it could have been a relationship, and it's the ending, and that's what, the theme is. That's what's on your mind. This is the ending of something and new opportunities, the Death card, going forward. Could also be decisions, but I think it's more about moving forward in relationships. Because then you have the Nine of Swords and the intuition, your intuition. There's still negotiations going on, regardless if it is related to family, domestic, or work, or settlements. And you're with the Nine of Swords, you feel like there's some restrictions, some unfair things which occurred, and so you're still reeling from that. You haven't, it's on your mind. And there's a lot of responsibilities related to that, but it says follow your intuition. Following your intuition is going to give you the direction to go, so that it will be lighting that path of your Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands with your heavy burdens, you're going to have a clear direction to go, which with your Seven of Cups, and you can make your choices. And it says follow your intuition, because these restrictions are on your mind. And so following your intuition, you get a grasp of really what's going on, anything that's hidden that you are not aware of, and then you can move forward. So you're no longer in the hangman. You are able to move forward. The energy is moving forward. Because you have your Seven of Swords from the Page of Cups. And the final outcome is the Five of Swords. So it's still going on. There's, if it's work, it's unfair, deceptive practices. If it's regarding lump sum of money, the same thing, that there can be unfair things going on behind the scenes for them to inflate their share, to not distribute things fairly, equally. The Seven of Swords is still the residuals from that situation, that you thought, well, you're moving on, you were aware of the deception, because you also have the Nine of Swords, the deception, with the Five of Swords, it's cloaked, it's hidden. And the Seven of Swords is moving forward from that, and getting a clearer picture and moving forward with the skills that you have acquired from that situation. But you're going to get a message about the Page of Cups. So you're moving. It could be physically moving to a new home and all of the things related to that. It could be the breakup of that relationship. It could be the financial understanding and agreements that are being, they say, pounded out. So that you are able to then move forward. But there's still financial things that are grasping you. It's the Nine of Swords, which is keeping you bound. It's like the Eight of Swords, but it's even more because it's still going on and there's still deception. And it's related to the home, the Page of Cups. It could be that there's financial agreements ongoing that are not agreed by the other party. It could be these division of assets. And it's related to the Page of Cups. I would say it's the breakup of a relationship. In some cases, it could be moving to a new place and the burdens that are related to that. And if you're selling your house, be very, very careful. This is Mercury retrograde into the 15th, so really read every contract, including anything related to domestic. Read the contracts, the agreements. Look for anything that could be a clause, and keep the original so that you can be sure that they don't add anything after you sign it. So you have to have some discernment. This is with the Page of Cups is related to either moving from a home, related to negotiations relating to sale of property, or the domestic situation and division of property, assets, and financial agreements for the future. You thought that you were moving forward with the Seven of Swords, but it's still going on, and the final outcome is the Star card with the Five of Swords. Now, why is the Star card there? Because it's still an ongoing lesson. Ongoing lessons indicate that you're still in the midst of it. There's still things that you haven't learned from it. And once you figure out what the lesson is, then those things will start clearing away. I don't know what your lesson is. It's different things for different people. It could be standing up for yourself. It could be establishing boundaries. It could be not being bullied. It could be relationships with someone. I don't know. You're going to have to take some time with your intuition and look at what is the lesson. Because it's still going on, because you do have your Five of Swords. You have your Star card, which means it's destiny, it's a lesson, and there's your Five of Swords. Cloaked. There's deception cloaked going on. That being forewarned is being forearmed. So know that things that they want you to see one direction is actually something else. Okay, so, I see, the smoke machines that they use. So what they're doing is they're trying to be very deceptive so that you don't get a clear picture of really what's going on. So it's very important for you to move that away to get a clear picture, because they really don't want you to see what's going on. It's cloaked. And it could be maybe standing up for yourself, or maybe looking at protecting your assets, or using discernment. You have to take some time and figure out what the lesson is. What the lesson is for you, because it's got the Star card. Now, let's pull some other cards. I would not be surprised if you could get some oracle cards about still being in the process of something that is not complete, and for you to use your discernment. That's very possible. So let's see what the oracle cards have to say. Okay, and this is the Morgan Greer deck that I'm using today. Okay, and I'm using the wisdom of the oracle, And let's pull 3 cards for you, Virgo. Okay, and angels and archangels and spirit guides. And this is Mercury retrograde to the 15th. I have had such a Mercury retrograde. It was almost at my retrograde. And they said, okay, it's Mercury retrograde. Now start having communication problems. The first week, my router went out. I had to then go to the store for my Wi-Fi. And they said, oh, we can't replace it. You have to go home and have a tech there to try to resurrect it. Well, I had spilled liquid in it. I said, Jesus can't even resurrect this router. It is dead. So then the tech said to the store, yes, you can give her a router. So they gave me a router, and then I spent all one night trying to hook it up. Then I finally got hold of the tech, and the store had not put it into the system, so it wasn't even in the system as to being the router. Well, that took 3 days. Then yesterday, my TV streaming service disappeared, and I didn't have no movies, no series, no TV stations. And then I finally had to load it again today. And in the meantime of all of that, there was a hacker that hacked into the Wells Fargo that put a message onto my app on my phone saying that my account was going to be, I had no access to my account. And that, I don't know the exact words, either go to my branch or call them. Well, and they put a phone number there, and I'm like, what is this phone number? So I tried calling customer service, which of course their line was busy, and the hold time was an hour. And then I called the line that was on there. I just thought, well, I'll call them. I'm not going to give them any information, because what they want is they'll go, oh, we're going to have to create a new bank account for you. So anyway, that all went away overnight, but it was all this electronic stuff that, you have to be so careful of, and these hackers, it's Christmas time, they gotta buy their Christmas presents or their holiday presents, so they're gonna have to steal some money from some people, and so I have spent a lot of time on electronics in the past week. Okay, so angels and archangels and spirit guides and light are oracle cards for our Virgo. So if I'm having that going on with me, just be careful, everybody, with your electronics and contracts and understanding any agreements until the 15th. The first card is TikTok. Yes. It's about timing. And then we have poised, ready for changes. And then the other card is here and now. These are all about timing, aren't they? They're all about timing. TikTok, number 30. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. So you wonder when things are going to happen. It's the timing. When humans create time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if it isn't true? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape every moment to your expectations. Poised is waiting for things to happen. So this is all about timing. So you're wondering when things are going to start changing. It's all about the timing. That's the message. 48, poised. Being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you have a sense a new phase of your life about to begin. Now see, you had the death card, so this goes right to it. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things, new things. Your Ace of Rods. And then the here and now, which is number 32. So this is just repeating supporting your tarot cards. The 32, poised. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. It's about timing. So it's all about timing, being present in the moment, knowing that you're on a new chapter coming up. Because you also have the Star card. But along the way, you have those challenges with the swords. Okay, now we're going to pull the I Ching card. Right here. And I keep getting a sense of a new job for somebody, Virgo, a new job. Very, I don't know if you know about the job yet, but it's a new job, new opportunities, and less chaos than you've had before. Very positive, and you feel, you're very relieved that you have this job. It's, the people around you are very supportive. The energy is there, a good advancement. They give you a lot of positive feedback while you're there. So they appreciate you being there, and so it creates this good energy that's going on. You have good chance for advancement. The people are very supportive, and you can see that you have a good future there. Okay, and angels and archangels, and it's in, I see it's in an office. Angels and archangels, and here, right here. Oh, whatever this card is. The Well, 48, which is an 11, which is, no, it's a 12, which is a 3. 48, the Well. Okay, here we go. Throughout all the cultures of the world, the well has served as a symbol for that which sustains life and provides a constant, inexhaustible source of nourishment. Human nature is basically the same. The passage of time cannot add to its dimensions nor take anything away. Still, just as the well can be deepened to produce clear water, we can enrich our lives by delving deeply within to tap our essential nature and reach the true source of spiritual nourishment. Be aware of shallow thinking. The image of the well suggests that going further within produces greater clarity. That would be your high priestess. Be patient and you will penetrate your problems and your own nature as deeply as you can. Self-development is key to reaching down to tap the clear water. If you do not lower your bucket into the depths, you're likely to come up empty. Remember, when greater depth is sought, lessening the speed of normal operation may be required. A shallow carelessness in the process of meeting deeper needs can be self-defeating or even dangerous. So it's about introspection and self-awareness. So, and for your development as you move forward. Now we're going to pull the affirmation card right here, the Louise Hay affirmation card. And I'll pick up that card in a minute that I dropped on the floor. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the card for our Virgo for this week? And here we go, right here. That's not it, that's a description of the cards. Here we go. I experience love wherever I go. Love is everywhere and I am loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life. And I find myself easily expressing my love to others. There you go. Okay. And then we're going to have our meditation card for the week. Now, if you're interested in getting a reading, or you want to find out what's going to come up for 2025, or maybe a gift for someone, send me an email. I will, if you want your own personal reading. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Your meditation card for this week, right here, Virgo. Here we go. Right here. Limitless. Know your worth. Know your worth. There you go. As you go look for your job, as you look at your choices with your Seven of Cups, know your worth. There you go. Thank you so much, Virgo. I so appreciate all of you and your support of the channel. And until next time, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal.